Hey, it is Greg Milby, community storyteller for Kentucky's Heartland, and I am joined by Greg Schneider. Greg Schneider is the master distiller of chicken cock bourbon and chicken cock whiskey. That is Greg with two G's, by the way. And I want actually, that's my first question for you, Greg. Why do you have two G's? Am I not there yet? Is there like an initiation to get a second G on my name or what?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any distinct privilege with the second G, but my sister actually named me, and on my birth certificate it says Greg, not Gregory. A lot of people call me Gregory, and that's not my name. So,
your sister was looking for extra Scrabble points. That's what she was doing.
Very much so, probably so.
All right, so let's talk about this wonderful event coming up on Friday at Thurman Landing in Sonora. They have an opportunity to come out and meet you as part of the Thurman Landing Bourbon Tasting Series. So talk about how this came about.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it and appreciate the opportunity to be with you today, Greg. But, Ken Dozer, who's a part of the Hardin County Bourbon Club, is an old friend of mine. Actually, we connected as fellow members of the National Wild Turkey Federation many years ago. I'm an avid hunter and fisherman as well as Ken is also. And so through that organization we met, but we kind of stayed in touch and then reconnected here recently and, found out that he was a member of the Hardin County Bourbon Club. And he reached out to me and said, hey, would you be interested in coming down and conducting a tasting for our group? And said, yeah, I'd be honored. And so that's kind of how things kicked off. So this Friday, 6:00 at Thurman Landing, there in Sonora. I'm excited about being there and share a little bit of history about the brand, the Chicken Cock Whiskey brand. It's an old brand originated in 1856 in Paris, Kentucky, which a lot of people don't know. And, share some stories along the way of my 43 years in the business.
So I don't want you to give a ton of it away because I want people to pay the money to come see this. By the way, the tickets are $50 and very limited seating for this deal. So if you want to come out, and this is the second in the series that they've done, and I was there for the last one. It is a phenomenal event. So if you are a bourbon lover, this is a must attend event on Friday night. But again, Greg, we want them to show up and bring their money. So give me a little bit about your background. With 43 years, you've done pretty much, looking at your resume, you've done pretty much about everything in the business, haven't you?
I don't know about everything, but again, I've been very blessed and very fortunate. I'm a big believer things happen for a reason, and I got into the business right out of college. I have a business degree from Indiana University, and one of the job opportunities I received right out of college was a frontline supervisor position with Seagram's when they had a facility in Louisville, Kentucky, in 1978. And so it was a great training ground. If you were aggressive, wanted to learn and pick things up, they gave you the opportunity. And so I was kind of a fast track. And I literally, the years that plant was open, it actually closed in 1983 when Seagram's consolidated. But in that short time period, I had an opportunity to work in every department within that facility, from the distillery dryer house to the barrel warehouse, filling barrels, putting barrels in ricks, taking barrels out, dumping barrels, gauging tanks, filtering, processing, receiving, shipping, bottling, quality, maintenance, you name it. And so that kind of laid a good foundation. And early on, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I love the industry. And as I say, it kind of gets in your blood. But yeah, I've worked for a number of different companies throughout the 43 years and increasing capacities and I've enjoyed every minute. And along the way, met some great people and learned a lot from those people. And, it's just been a blessing to me and my family.
All right. Well, so you folks, you can learn more about Greg and all about his history and the wonderful discussion of bourbon whiskey. I mean, I just love talking about it, learning history about it from the different brands. And it's going to be a lot of fun on Friday night. Again, it's at Thurman Landing. It's part of their tasting series. And there's three pours that'll be available for you as part of your $50 ticket. There's also some heavy hors d'oeuvres that'll be there and a great question and answer session with Greg. So make sure you come out. Tickets, again, are available right now. You can get those by going to thurmanlanding.com/bourbon, and you can find that information and get those tickets. Don't wait because very limited seating in this event here. So Greg, you might cover this on Friday, but maybe not, because I know a lot of folks, we want you to talk about your brand and talk about the work that you guys have done over the years. But let's talk about the bourbon boom a little bit. I always like to ask folks in the bourbon industry where they think we are. Are we on the front side of this, in the middle, or on the back side? Because as a bourbon lover myself, it's getting a little crazy on acquiring products that you want to acquire. So where do you think we are?
Yeah, that's a great question. I get that question asked a lot. When I started in the industry in 1978, the industry is on a decline, slow decline. And I saw it bottom out in the 1980s. And now to see it surge like it has is just unbelievable and very, very gratifying, actually. So, there's a lot of speculation. The pessimists say, oh, no, it's going to hit a wall and then it's going to be over. And I don't believe that. You look back in history and everything's cyclical, whether it's, the bourbon boom or the flavored vodka boom back here not too long ago. When I was becoming of drinking age, the brown goods were on a decline and the white goods, as far as the vodkas, the rums and gins and so forth, were on an incline. And so it's cyclical. You look all the way back in history, but this run for bourbon, I think it's going to last a long, long time. Today's bourbon consumers are so much more educated than what they were in my era. And so it's again, I think it's got a long run ahead of itself.
All right. So on Friday night, what are people going to get an opportunity to sample, get an opportunity to enjoy from the Chicken Cock line?
Yeah, so we've got three offerings that we're going to taste that evening. We've got our Chicken Cock Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. We've got our Chicken Cock Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. And then we also have a special, it was very limited edition that we did back in December. It was only sold in Kentucky on retail. And this was our Chicken Cock 15-year-old barrel proof, 114 proof. And I got to tell you, it's pretty special. Those the bottles that we actually use, those are actually replicas of pre-prohibition bottles that Chicken Cock was bottled in many, many years ago. But they were pint sized back then. We just enlarged them to a 750 milliliter. And but that 15-year-old, it's something pretty special. I am pretty proud of that one. It's I've tasted a lot of bourbon over my 43 years in the business, and that ranks in my top 5. It's pretty special. So hopefully people will come out and try it, and I think they won't be sorry they did. It's pretty tasty.
Last time it was a lot of fun, and I am really looking forward to it on Friday night. Again, it's at Thurman Landing in Sonora. You can go to thurmanlanding.com/bourbon to get your tickets there. Tickets are $50. And the event will start on Friday night. That would be June 18th at 6 p.m. at Thurman Landing. So make sure you get those tickets. I will be very surprised if there are tickets at the door. So if you're one of those people, don't wait around. You want to get them right now. So one more question for you, Greg, before we wrap this thing up here today. You mentioned 43 years in the business. What would you be if you were barred? Not that I want you to get barred, okay? If you were barred for the bourbon business and they said, Greg, you are no longer welcome here. You're out of here. We're taking your bourbon card and we're taking your shot glass and you got to head on down the road. What would you have done in your life, or what would you even be doing now?
That's
How about a deep question? That's a deep question.
It is. Number one, I can't imagine not being a part of the bourbon industry and having an opportunity to sip a little bourbon every now and then. But, as I mentioned earlier, I'm an avid hunter and fisherman, and I love to hunt and fish and be in the outdoors. And so if I couldn't be a part of the bourbon industry, I'll find a heck of a lot more time to enjoy that part of my life.
Okay. That was nicely played. I'll give you that one. I was thinking maybe, I've always dreamed of being a greeter at Walmart, but no, you went with the hunting and fishing thing. Okay.
Well, I was going to say astronaut, but I get motion sickness.
That works out great. All right. So folks, you can tell he's a lot of fun. He's got a lot of energy. It's going to be a great time on Friday night at Thurman Landing in Sonora. It is part of their tasting series, the second of the tasting series. 3 samplings, 3 offerings for you on Friday night, plus some great heavy hors d'oeuvres. They do just a wonderful job out there. Tickets are $50, a great value for this event. And then you get a chance to meet Greg, and there's a question and answer session following the tasting. So make sure you come out and be a part of it. Greg, I appreciate you taking time to chat with me today a little bit. And I really look forward to hearing more about everything that you're going to bring to us on Friday night.
Thank you, Greg. It was my privilege. And again, I appreciate the opportunity. Look forward to seeing folks at Thurman Landing this Friday at 6:00.
All right, that's Greg with 2 G's because he's really good at Scrabble. Greg Schneider, master distiller of Chicken Cock Whiskey. I am Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this is Kentucky's Heartland.